Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, fast trackers. How are you? Daryl here. And it's starting to get light outside. Just a little bit. Set things up a little bit differently. I spent some time yesterday getting the lighting a little bit better. So you can see my handsome face. Hey, how's that? Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is. Who we got here? Let's check out what we're going to do. I'm trying to do things a little bit differently today. I've got a list of things here. I'm going back to the old days. About 3 years ago, I did this stuff, and I tried to do a lot of things. I got a long email here from Hartmut, but before I start chatting, I want to do some exercises while I'm chatting. And hopefully the piano's not too loud while I'm doing this. So this is just a simple little exercise. You put your thumb on middle C, second finger here, third, fourth, fifth, and you just sit there, fingers curved. You could put a coin on here and try not to let that fall off. This is for beginners who are trying to get their hands going. And you just go slowly up and down. Okay, we're just going to do that while I have a bit of a chat here. Who have we got? Good morning, Coralie. How are you? We missed you at choir the other night. Good to see you. Stephen, had a wonderful holiday up in a couple of places up north. I look at Ireland on Google Maps and it's so green. Oh, Australia is white for the sand, but brown inland. It's just a huge desert, really. Except on the coastal areas where it's a lot more greener, lots of gum trees. But the farmers are doing it really tough here in Australia at the moment. This drought is shocking. Who else have we got down there? Phoebe, 54, made it to your first live session. Good on you, Phoebe. Thanks for coming along and saying hello. Hope this piano's not too loud here. Hartmut! Hey, listen, I've got a big email here from another Hartmut. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's a bit annoying playing that underneath, isn't it? Hartmut Brummer. He sent me a really long email here of a few things that he would like me to do. He said, what's the difference between boogie, rock and roll in view of rhythm? Oh, I don't know. Boogie and rock and roll. Well, rock and roll. What's hound dog? You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. A hound dog. Hound dog is both boogie woogie and rock and roll, I suppose, because of that bass. Ding, 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 ding. What else have we got? Chuck Berry's Johnny Be Good. Okay. Deep down in Louisiana, close to New Orleans, way up among the woods, among the evergreens, where there stood an old cabin made of earth and wood, where lived a country boy. You know, those two songs are quite interesting. I've got off track already. Hound Dog is more of a swing beat, a chunka 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 chunka, a shuffle, and Johnny B. Good is more of a straight beat, chunka 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 chunka. If you're playing the piano and you've got no band though, playing that boogie woogie bass really helps. Otherwise, you're just going da 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 da, bouncing around here in the left hand. Hey, Clinton. Yeah, anyway, Hartmut, I'm going to address some of the concerns that you've got it down here. You've said quite a few things, like left-hand boogie patterns. Are there any others other than this one? Of course there are. There's heaps, but I want to get you going. I want to get you started with the boogie woogie thing. In fact, we're going to try and do a little boogie woogie thing right now with Amazing Grace. I'm going to just do. This is level 1. Ah. Does anybody watch cricket? No, don't you? I was listening to the cricket last night, Australia versus England in the Ashes, and Steve Smith, who's had a pretty bad 12 months, he's the captain. He's got 2 centuries in the game, which is wonderful stuff for him. Wonderful stuff. Okay, here's Amazing Grace, level 1. Okay, so that's level 1, just playing the tune all on its own. Here's level 2. That's level 2, where you play only one note in the left hand, the bottom note of the chord. Here's level 3. So level 3 is where you play a chord in the left hand. Now the tune is so low there that sometimes I've got to take that top note off. I might play it up an octave here. G'day, Andrew. Okay, so that's level 3. Now level 4 might be playing a boogie woogie left hand. So you go like this. Oh, whoops. Sounds a bit wimpy up high, doesn't it? Let's try it down low. Okay, so that's level 4. That's Amazing Grace with a boogie left hand. I'll do it again. Good morning, Edward. Or good day. Listen, I spent quite a lot of time yesterday with this lighting. It drove me nuts because it's really hard to get it right, you know. I thought, should I have my cap on back to front? You know. Or should I have it up like that? Or down like that? Or no cap at all? Oh dear, nah. Anyway, you can let me know what you think. Level 4, boogie woogie. Now you can take it further than that. You could make it level 5. Muck around with the tune. So instead of just going, there's 2 things you could do there. You could do a little black squash on that E, black note. So you go like that. Sounds a bit more groovy, you know. So. Or maybe on the last one. Yeah, you could do that, see? Another thing you could do to make it sound a bit more groovy for level 5 would be to actually jump in with that note early. So instead of going, Amazing Grace, you go, Amazing Grace. Yeah, you jump in early. That's called syncopation. Let's see if I can do that. Yeah, baby! Straight away, it feels groovy, you know? It's sort of off the beat. Your left hand is on the beat. Boom, boom, boom. But your right hand is doing other stuff. Okay, enough of that, Daz. Let's have a look at the next thing. All right, we're going to do a little, I've made up these cards. Oh, I forgot to put it out. Boogie woogie time. Done. Now it's time for What Note Is That? Okay, what note is that? How do I do that? I've got all these cards sitting over here. Here they are. Rightio. Now, I realise a lot of people that actually subscribe to my channel are real beginners. They've just started, really. And that's great. That's fantastic. You know? There's so many experts out there on YouTube showing you all sorts of really tricky stuff, which I learn from too. It's wonderful, isn't it? The whole idea of it. Anyway, here we go. Here's a note. What is that? We'll just do a couple of these. This is the treble clef. This is for the right hand. And it's cut in half by the second bottom line. Now, the lines are, every good boy deserves fruit. Now, about 15 years ago, a student turned up at my place and said, every good boy drives Ferraris. I don't care what you do, as long as you use something to help you learn the notes. So it's every good boy deserves fruit is the most common one. And this is the second one, every good. So it's a G. That is a G. Here's another one. Every good boy. Every good boy. So that note is a B. There's a B. Ooh. My ear's just gone funny. Right hand. Still right hand. And this note is in the space. And the space is spelled the word face. F-A-C-E. F-A-C-E. And this is the third space, so it's 1, 2, 3, C. Got to learn to read, folks. If you don't learn to read, I don't know if, not Bear, I've forgotten his name. Damn it. In Kansas, with the flowers out the front of his house. Ah! Damn it. Not sure if he's there. It's summertime and he's probably out working, having some fun. He doesn't read music, and it does help if you can. It does help if you can. All those music books have got all those. Look at this. Here's Amazing Grace. Right, it's written down with all the golf sticks. You've got to learn to read the golf sticks. Trisha's here. Hello, Trisha. I'll do one more. This one is every good boy deserves fruit. Every good boy deserves fruit. So the bottom line is an E, and an E is there. Now, if you don't know the names of your notes, you're in trouble. So, look at the two black notes, the two black notes. In between the two black notes is me, Daryl. D for Daryl. D, D, D. So if you know that's a D, that's an E, F, G, starts again at A, B, C, D again, etc., etc. Right, that's enough of those. Okay. Now we're going to do some chords. What do we got? Where's my little thing here? Where do I put all that stuff? Where do I put it? See, I try to be organised and it doesn't work. Oh, here we go. That was what note is that? But now, chords. I'm trying to do something other than just prattling on like I normally do, you know. I know I quite enjoy the prattling on, but I had an email from someone who said, "Oh, it's all too hard for me what you're showing me." So I thought I'd better go back to basics a little bit. Chords. Okay. Rightio, let's find a chord. There's one. If you see that written above your music, or someone says to you, "Hey man, you got to play a B flat chord for this song," what do you do? Right, well, there's several things you can do. Here, if you're just going to play the left hand, here's a B flat right there. How did I know that? Here's D for Daryl, remember? C, B. Now, B flat is the black note. There's B flat. Now, if we're going to play a chord means a lot of notes played at the same time. There's one. My wife listened to a Hans Zimmer interview the other day, and she's fallen in love with his music. He's probably the number one film composer, and people give him a film, and he has to do the music for it, and it's usually pretty exciting stuff. Anyway, you wouldn't really use that in pop music, but you could use that in some sort of scary film, I suppose. Yeah. So the piano can do all sorts of things. But in pop music, which most of us are interested in, or jazz or boogie woogie or whatever, a B flat chord is this. There you go. Sounds like the Blue Danube, doesn't it? Okay, so that's a B flat chord. Now you can do this B flat chord many ways. You can do it like that. Now you can put the B flat on top. We'll call that position 1. Some people call it root position. We'll call that position 2. That's a B flat on top. Now you can put the D on top. That's third position. So 1, 2, 3. That's all very nice, isn't it? If you're playing a piece in B flat, you can do pretty things with it. Ooh, I went to an F chord. Okay, now this is all very nice if you're just playing a tune in the right hand, but in your left hand you want to play chords. Okay, so you play a B flat chord. Sometimes you might play it like that or like that. It's up to you. But what if you're a singer? What if you're accompanying a singer? Would you use a left hand like that and this hand does nothing? No! You wouldn't! You'd use a big fat chord like Elton would or Billy Joel. So we're going to play a big fat B flat chord, and this is how you do it. There's your left hand. Now let's turn that into a big fat two-handed chord. There it is. So your left hand plays B flat here, and a B flat down the bottom here. Better say hello to people. And in the right hand we've got D, F, and B flat. Now I like to put thumb, second finger, and your fourth finger up here. What's the lighting like, folks? Do I look nice? Fourth finger on B flat up here. So here's a big fat B flat chord. What can you do with that? Well, whenever you're doing a song and it says B flat, you'd play that. Think of one. Can you think of one? Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. There's a B flat chord. And you could play that, yeah, Christmas in August. If you there, you can play it any way. You could go up. So this is a great thing to do if you want to sing. And by the way, I've got a book series on the website called How to Play Piano Chords. Have a look at the website, and I've developed it over the last 25 years, and I'm very pleased with it. And it teaches you all the chords, all the rhythms, the little patterns to do, and the first book is just getting started with the easy chords. So you can have a look at that if you're interested in accompanying people to sing. I had a young girl in here on Saturday. She's only 13, and it's only her third lesson. And I showed her the chords to Havana. I can't remember the chords of the song. Anyway, there's only 3 chords in it, but she came in on Saturday and she sang and played the piano, and she'd never done it before in her life until I showed her these 3 chords. It was fantastic. And I put the microphone in front of her. I got a little PA system in here, and her grandmother was sitting over there watching, and I gave her a lesson later. And yeah, she sat at the piano, sang her Havana song, which was a big hit, pop hit a couple of years ago, and it's only got 3 chords in it, and it just was so fulfilling for a music teacher to see a young person be able to do that, and she was doing it well, so that's great. So she started. That's the end of chords. Da 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 da. How are we going for time? Got 10 minutes left. I sort of run out of I can't tell how many people are watching or anything here, so it's interesting. Or can I? Oh, there's 17. That's wonderful. Let me know what do you think of the new format? Do you want me to do this stuff, or do you want me just to go back to mucking around and just making it up on the spot? And let me know about the lighting. Radio, rhythm of the week. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Yeah. Rhythm of the week, folks. Rhythm of the week. So let's find one. How do I do that? Oh, yeah, I got it. I'll just set this up a little bit better. Okay. Rhythm. You know, rhythm is one of the hardest things to teach, if not the hardest thing to teach. It's pretty easy to work out notes in the end. You just get better at it. You know, like if here's a piece of music. All right? That first note is way down low. It's got 2 lines. It's down here. It's a G. Now, it's just a matter of learning that stuff, and you just practice it, right? But what about this thing over here? What's that? You know, you got a quaver with a dot after it, this note here with 2 flags on it, and then a normal sort of note. What is all that stuff? Well, that's the rhythm. Now, the easiest rhythm is probably this note here. This note is called a quarter note if you live in America. But if you live at other places, we call it a crotchet. Yeah. And if you play a whole bunch of crotchets, it sounds like this. Okay? It's normal, easygoing note. And if you don't want to play a crotchet, you do that. That's what you call a crotchet rest. So I'll do a crotchet rest. Right? So, is a crotchet rest. What have we got here? Okay, this is a minim. This is a minim, and it's worth 2 beats. That means it lasts for 2 beats. In America, they call it a half note. I know a few half notes. Sorry. Okay, so we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so that's a minim. And that's what a minim rest looks like. 2 beats rest. I'll do all the easy ones today so we can do some harder ones next time, eh? This one is a minim with a dot after it. That means you add half its value again. That note is worth 3 beats, so it goes 1, 2, 3, stop. Right? 1, 2, 3, stop. You stop on the 4, not on the 3. 1, 2, 3, stop. So that's worth 3 beats. A dotted half note. And that's a crotchet. That's 3 beats rest. 1 beat rest there. No, wrong. 1 beat rest there. 2 beats rest there. Now, this note here, some people call it an egg. It's a semi-breve, and it's worth 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or a whole note. And this is what a whole note rest looks like. That little black thing hangs down from the second top line. I might do the rest of these another time. So, that's that. And what did you think of? It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Wasn't very exciting, was it? Because it didn't have any exciting rhythms. I've got heaps of them here. In fact, I'm going to show you one now. So that goes there. Let's just make sure we got that over there. What about Amazing Grace Boogie Woogie? Have you been playing that? Yeah? You've been playing that while I've been doing this other stuff? Yeah? Rightio. Now, I'm not sure if you can see this one, whether the light's shining or not, but this is both hands. This is left, right, left, right. Now, they're both in the bass clef, but this is a big fat chord. This is a big fat chord, and it's a rhythm. Rhythm number 12 I've got here in this book. I've got about 50 rhythms in here. So that goes left, right, but this note is a G. So we've got, that's a C. Boom, ching, boom, ching. So number 12, I'm going to play number 12, a C chord. Here's a C chord. Now what you just saw then is so got a little rhythm happening. Now you can play a lot of songs like that. On the road again, da 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 da, on the road again, da 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 da, on and round the road. Right, enough of that, Daz. I've only got a couple of minutes left, and then I'm done. How am I going here? I've got one more segment. What a mess I've got on the floor here. We've still got 19 watching. I must be doing something right. Hopefully you're enjoying this. Right, light is good. Black cap is okay. Better as the last one. So I'll do it again. A little vote. Cap on, pulled up. Cap back to front. Cap off. Need a haircut, Daz. What I've got left. Now it's time for sing and play. Sing and play. Sing and play. Now what do I mean by that? Well, I'm going to sing a note. Here we go. Da da. Now, what note is that? Can I find it on the piano? Da. Well, I could just fiddle about until I can get it. Yeah, I could do that. Da. Or I can have a calculated guess. Now, you got 12 in 1 chance of getting it right. Now, I know that in my voice, da, that is probably a little bit over halfway. It's not low, it's not high, it's a little bit over halfway. Da, fairly comfortable, although at this time of the morning it's a bit scratchy. I feel it's around here. Da, might be B flat. It's a B. So I was very close. I was only, oh, did you hear that? B flat to B. What's that? Gonna at the county jail. Na 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 da 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 da. That's just from hitting a wrong note. Yeah, reminded me of Jailhouse Rock by Elvis. What a sensational performer, singer that guy was. Those old recordings will never die. They're just fantastic. Okay. What was I going to say? Oh, I had to find the note. I'll just sing it. You should practice that. It's good to get better at it. Now, we've got 10 seconds, and then I'm going to go. So I'm going to try and stick to my word here and say, you like it back to front, do you, Coralie? Feel like Benny Hill. David, I'm a new learner and I would like to know how to start putting the right hand and left hand notes together and what the general method is. David, I'd suggest that you just start off by putting your little finger on a C here and your right hand thumb here on another C. And you just put your fingers there and you go. Now that's pretty hard for a beginner. If you've not used to it, I had somebody came in here the other day and some people, their fingers just go everywhere and they just don't feel comfortable doing that. Other people have been typing all their lives and they're fine. So it's not about speed. It's like push-ups. There's no point doing them fast. You just do them with intention. Just up and down, nice and slowly. Get that going first, David. Davey, that's what I suggested. Davey. No, I'm not going to sing that. No. Hartmut, light is good. Black cup is okay. Oops, would love the Havana chords, would you? Well, send me an email. If people send me an email, I'll take more notice and I'll print it out. Otherwise, it just goes. I don't see it again. I'm going to leave you now. I hope you enjoyed the new format. I hope you got something out of that. I'm going to leave with my little piece that I played at the start. Little moody piece. Got a little jazz band. Got to practice it. Have a lovely day, folks. And if you've got a special request, go to actually the email's not working, I don't think, on the Fast Track Piano at the moment. What are we going to do now? You can try it and see how you go. I've got another website, funpianolessons.com.au. That's my local piano school. funpianolessons.com.au. funpianolessons.com.au. Send me an email through there and I will get it. I've got to fix up the Fast Track email. It's not working at the moment. Okay, so have a lovely day. And if you enjoyed what I did today, I'd be happy to receive donations for getting up and doing this early in the morning here, Sydney time. Lovely to see you. Bye, bye. Bye, bye. Bye, bye. That one goes, where does that go now? Down here. Practice, practice, practice. Including you, Daz. Bye-bye.